Luigi Mangione is charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree and 2 counts of murder in the second degree for the brazen, targeted, and premeditated shooting of Brian Thompson, who, as you know, was the CEO of United Healthcare.
What happens when the worlds of a hip-hop mogul and a tech prodigy collide in the unlikeliest of places?
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. We can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
Sean Diddy Combs, a global music icon, and Luigi Mangione, a rising star turned controversial figure, now share more than headlines. They share the same prison walls.
Luigi Mangione has been placed in the same federal prison as Sean Combs said Combs, Christmas came early.
Their paths, shaped by fame, ambition, and dramatic downfalls, intersect in ways no one could have predicted. From Diddy's glittering empire to Luigi's whispered brilliance, their connection is a story of contrasts, challenges, and intrigue. Join me as we take a dive into the individual lives of these men, and their lives are bound by circumstance, but divided by destiny. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe and keep watching while we reveal the weirdest connection. Sean Diddy Combs is a multifaceted artist and entrepreneur who has significantly influenced the music and fashion industries. He began his career as an intern at Uptown Records, quickly ascending to launch his own label, Bad Boy Entertainment, in 1993. Under his guidance, artists like Mary J. Blige and Jodeci rose to fame. In the 1990s and 2000s, Diddy released chart-topping hits and expanded into fashion with his Sean John clothing line. His entrepreneurial ventures and musical talents earned him global recognition and numerous awards. However, in recent years, Diddy's life has taken a dramatic turn. In September 2024, he was arrested and held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn since then, with bail denied multiple times due to concerns about potential witness tampering. Life behind bars has been a stark contrast to Diddy's previous lifestyle. Reports indicate that he has become noticeably thinner and grayer, reflecting the challenging conditions of incarceration. Despite these hardships, he maintains a focus on his defense, utilizing a laptop provided by the court to review case documents. Looking ahead, Diddy's trial is scheduled for May 2025. If convicted, he faces the possibility of life imprisonment. These developments mark a significant shift from his once celebrated status as a music mogul and cultural icon. The outcome of the trial will undoubtedly influence his legacy and future endeavors. Luigi Mangione, on the other hand, is a 26-year-old software engineer from a prominent Maryland family who once had a promising fairy tale future ahead. An Ivy League graduate, he was known for his intelligence and potential. However, his life took a most unexpected turn, which has led to his current incarceration. On the 4th of December, 2024, United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was fatally shot in New York City. Mangione was arrested 5 days later in Pennsylvania, found with a gun, bullets, fake IDs, cash, and a handwritten manifesto expressing hostility towards health insurance companies. Mangione now resides in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a facility notorious for its harsh conditions. He shares this space with other high-profile inmates, such as Sean Diddy Combs. Facing both state and federal charges, including murder and terrorism, Mangione's situation is dire. The federal charges open the possibility of the death penalty. His defense attorney has expressed concerns about his ability to receive a fair trial, citing the high-profile nature of the case and public statements by officials. Despite the gravity of his circumstances, Mangione has appeared in court smiling and pleading not guilty to all charges.
Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Supporters have gathered outside the courthouse, holding signs that read "Free Luigi," indicating a divisive public perception. Looking ahead, Mangione's legal battles are just beginning. His next state court appearance is scheduled for February 21st, and a federal court appearance is set for January 18th. The outcomes of these proceedings will determine his future, with the potential for life imprisonment or even the death penalty. Two lives on entirely different trajectories. One, a hip-hop legend turned cultural icon, the other, a tech prodigy with a promising future. Now, picture these two lives colliding in one of the harshest environments imaginable, the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. Sounds like the setup for a movie, right? But this is reality for Sean Diddy Combs and Luigi Mangione. Diddy, the mogul behind Bad Boy Records, built his empire with hit records, flashy suits, and an undeniable charisma that made him a household name. Luigi, on the other hand, was the quiet genius who graduated from an Ivy League university and turned heads with his tech innovations. Their paths couldn't have been more different, at least until now. For starters, both men are at a crossroads, battling allegations that threaten to redefine their legacies. Diddy, once celebrated as the ultimate comeback king, now finds himself fighting accusations of sex trafficking and racketeering. Luigi, who was on track to change the tech world, faces charges of murder and terrorism that could end in a death sentence. Their shared predicament? The weight of public opinion. Inside MDC, life isn't about fame or potential. It's about survival. In a place where social hierarchies often shift, shared experiences can forge unlikely bonds. While there's no confirmation of Diddy and Luigi directly interacting, their shared environment forces them to deal with similar challenges. Harsh conditions, limited freedoms, and the constant reminder of the stakes. If you thought the connection between Sean Diddy Combs and Luigi Mangione couldn't get any more unbelievable, wait until you hear this. Their legal teams are family. That's right. Mark Agnifilo, Diddy's high-powered defense attorney, and Karen Friedman Agnifilo, Luigi's fierce legal champion, are husband and wife. Two of the most influential legal minds in New York are not only tackling these high-profile cases, but doing so from the same dining table. Crazy, right? Imagine this for a second. It's a typical evening in the Agnifilo household. Plates of takeout are spread across the table, and instead of discussing Netflix recommendations, they're debating strategies for two of the most talked-about cases in the country. On one side, you have Diddy, a global music mogul whose empire is at stake. On the other, Luigi, a tech prodigy accused of unimaginable crimes. The stakes couldn't be higher, and the Agnifilos are at the center of it all. Mark Agnifilo, known for his commanding courtroom presence and razor-sharp legal strategies, is no stranger to the spotlight. His client list reads like a who's who of controversial figures. Now, with Diddy facing charges that could dismantle his legacy, Mark is working overtime to ensure his client walks free. His strategy? Use Diddy's larger-than-life persona to humanize him, to show the jury a side of the man that the headlines conveniently ignore. Karen Friedman Agnifilo, on the other hand, is all about precision. A former prosecutor turned defense attorney, Karen is the kind of lawyer who can dismantle a case with logic and evidence. Luigi Mangione might not have the fame of Diddy, but Karen knows how to turn the courtroom spotlight in her client's favor. Her focus? Prove that Luigi's intellect and ambition don't align with the accusations against him. What makes this dynamic even more compelling is the public's reaction. Diddy has fans rallying behind him, shouting, "Innocent until proven guilty." Luigi, meanwhile, has a quieter but growing group of supporters, some captivated by the sheer drama of his case, others convinced of his innocence. Together, they represent two sides of the same coin. One soaked in fame, the other in intellect, both now tainted by controversy. But let's flip the script for a moment. What if this isn't just a story of two men stuck in the same place? What if it's a tale of transformation? Think about it, Diddy, a man who's reinvented himself countless times, and Luigi, a young mind still shaping his identity, might just be learning from each other in ways we can't yet see. Luigi sees in Diddy a masterclass in resilience, how to stay strong when the world is against you. Diddy sees in Luigi a reminder of youthful ambition and the importance of staying sharp, even when the odds seem impossible. As their legal battles unfold, the world watches, not just for the verdicts, but for what these cases say about justice, privilege, and the power of public perception. For Diddy, the stakes are his empire, his legacy, and his freedom. For Luigi, it's about proving that one mistake, or even an allegation, doesn't define a person's entire life. So, as the world debates their innocence or guilt, there's a lesson in their story. Fame, intellect, ambition, it can all crumble in an instant. But what matters is how you rise, how you fight, and how you redefine yourself when the odds are stacked against you. Thanks for watching. We would like to hear your thoughts on what you think regarding the relationship between Diddy and Luigi. Do you think they are more connected than we know? Leave your comments, hit the bell icons, and share for more updates.